One thing that's great, you're a great cornerback, but you got to remember, Coach Prime did it all. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Side Talk Podcast, episode 7. I'm your modeling and favorite host, your boy Eli. Thank you for tuning in to Side Talk Podcast, where we provide sports takes, and good vibes. You did, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you would, like and subscribe down below. Let's get this thing rolling. Before we get into it, hope everyone had a great, blessed weekend. It was my 40th birthday this weekend, and I just had a great time. Shout out to everybody that showed up, came through, showed a brother some love for his big 4-0. I much appreciate it. But yeah, man, I hope everybody's weekend was blessed, fully fulfilled with joy and love. You did what I'm saying? So let's get to it, man. Again, welcome. So let's get it going. So over the weekend, other than your boy's 40th birthday, just some things that I've seen, which is kind of, crazy, and it kicks off with your man, Coach Prime. Again, I don't know why everybody's trying to, I don't know. I feel like people they just want to be around. I guess, I don't know what it is with Coach Prime, but your man, Asante Samuels, he used to be a cornerback for, I want to say, Kansas City, New England? Philly, New England, that I remember. So this is how it all started. Coach Prime was at the Big 12 Combine. He was talking to Bucky Brooks about what's the difference between a T-step and I guess a bicycle or a back thing. And Coach Prime said he was stupid. So that's his opinion, right? But this is what started, sparked everything, every conversation. And then it gets down to Shannon and then Ocho talking about it, if you haven't seen the clips. But this is the reason why it all started. Share my screen. There we go. This is how it all began. Hold up.
Oh, okay. Let me teach you real quick, please, how stupid the T-step is. I'm going to teach you real quick. Now, Bucky, you're going to help me. Okay. We're going to walk backwards, then we're going to walk forward. Let's walk backwards.
Okay, we're walking backwards.
Now let's stop and walk forward. Why didn't you T-step?
I mean.
Why didn't you T-step? Okay, let me show you how stupid that is. Look, I'm going to walk backwards.
Yep.
Then I'm going to walk forward.
Whoa.
Who does that? What fool does that? What idiot does that?
Hey, if I was
that's what I miss about the combine.
That's what I miss about the
combine.
That's right. Do it.
Yeah, Prime was just talking about his technique that he was playing in. He played with him. And then Asante Samuels, I guess, has some word, which honestly, Asante Samuel was a bad man. Like, I remember watching him, and that boy was legit. And then it started. What else? There's a couple of tweets they had with each other. That's how it started. And then Onken and Ocho said something else about it, which it's not. Each their own, and that's what Ocho and Shannon was saying. But Asante said that he was better. It felt like Asante was saying that Coach Prime is great as a player, but someone could be better than him now. These young dudes, but Asante, you're talking about yourself. You said, look at the stats, brother. Can't compare the stats. But then the whole little messy sports stuff, but watch, that started it. And then this is what we got from Shannon and Ocho. So this is what they did. I don't know. They're talking about. So this is what they said.
168 games, 53. Yep. Dion played 188 games, 53 interceptions, 3 playoff interceptions, 2 Super Bowls. Asante, 51 interceptions, 7 playoff career interceptions, 2 Super Bowls. 50-plus interception, 94 pass. Please start saying they don't throw his way. Asante, I love you, bro. I love you. I think you're phenomenal. But you're not in time's realm. That's not even close. You're not. Nobody will ever say Asante Samuel and Deion Sanders in the same breath. You were fabulous. That's the greatest corner to ever put on pads and a helmet. The lockdown, where do you think this term came from? where you think that term came? Ocho, do you realize where that term came from?
Yeah.
The cover corner, the shutdown corner, the cover one side of the field. When he took sometimes people like, when I say time locked it down, there was no safety in the hole. So if you ran the post, go back and look when he picked it on Rocket Ismail. He got him man to man.
Yeah.
They threw a post with nobody in the hole.
Yeah.
Time ran, jumped.
And before he gets done with this take, I remember watching that game 100%. So I don't think people realize when Coach Prime took half of the field, that means there's nobody going to that side. I heard, was it Greg Zimmer, I believe, Cowboys defensive coach or defensive backs coach, I believe it was, back in the day, said, hey, what we're doing is everybody flows or rotates to the other side. And I'm going to get to it further down into this on how Asante Samuels is right but wrong as well. I believe, Shannon Sharp says, no one else never helped Prime never looked that way. So no one looked his way. So he got more games. I know the stats. I pull up the stats. He has more games, and Asante says, I played this many, but you got to remember, Coach Prime did not get thrown at majority of games. So to me, I compare that now with Patrick Surtain the second. No one really throws his way, so he has to generate turnovers and playmaking ability or plays to make. Just like Coach Prime, he had to bait quarterbacks to throw his way, act like he got beat. He had to generate his own turnovers to make a play because nobody was looking to that side. Asante Samuels, you made plays, I understand that, but quarterbacks wasn't scared to throw it your way, my man. I love you to death, man. I thought you wanted the dope. I wish we would have drafted. The Broncos would draft you, but you never had to generate your interceptions because the quarterbacks would throw it your way. Coach Prime, they will never go that way. They don't even look that way. The only time they look that way is when Jerry Rice or Michael Irvin is over there, just because they are great players too. That's the only reason why I look. Now, if I'm just letting y'all know, I grew up in both eras. I'm at the point where I seen those games live. And boy, let me tell you, Coach Prime, not just a balance of power, you just didn't go that way. You, other than Chad Ochocinco, you let me know you find a receiver that would say Coach Prime, or I beat Coach Prime multiple times or during the whole game. You're never going to see it. If it's not biased, Asante, you're probably in the top 5 cornerbacks of all times for now, but you can't. Just like they said, there's upper rooms to it, and you may be on the second tier. Prime is probably on the 5th, 6th tier, my brother, depending on how many tiers that you want to go. But that's just what I'm saying. But let me digress, I guess you want to say.
Jumped over the top of him and picked it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Put the ball up and came back this way with it. Asante, you are fabulous.
Yeah.
You're not time, man. You can put all these stats up. Bro, you're not time. I get it. Your technique, you say the T-step worked for you. Mm-hmm. Good. Ocho and I are trying to explain what we try to do is we try to eliminate wasted motion. Mm-hmm. Okay, you felt that the T-step would serve you better than to start the back pedal because everybody is up underneath them and come forward. You felt the T-step gave you that a bigger burst. Mm-hmm. No problem. Clearly it worked. You were a Pro Bowler. Yeah. You won Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I want people to understand. Like, everyone has their own thing. Asante Samuels, just because Coach Prime said it, he said it's stupid, and that's him. You can't get mad about it because he can say the T-step is stupid, vice versa. So that, and I'm going to pull this up for you guys. Then we look at this. Here we go. Let's just be honest. Here's the stats. Come on. Oh, hold up. There we go. Those Prime stats compared. Oh. This is the stats. Sorry. This is stats. Okay. Games played, Asante for 157. Coach Prime, 188. Rushing attempts, 0. Man, let's just be honest. Asante, one thing that's great, you're a great cornerback, but you got to remember, Coach Prime did it all. For what his team asked him to do, kickoffs, punt returns, Yeah, it's defense. And then I remember one season when Cowboys, then you got wide receivers got injured. Prime was switching helmets and going out there playing receiver. From what I remember, yeah. You're like, I don't understand where you're coming from with this, which is crazy. You can say, stats don't lie, brother. Never had a defensive player of the year, so right there you can't even say that. Yeah, man. I just think it's stupid, but maybe there's a way. I think there's a plan. Asante, I love you to death, but you got something coming down the pipe, brother. I know. It has to be. Because there's no way, listen, there is no way that you're going to come out and tell Coach Prime, my technique's better, you were better because you did a T-step and Coach didn't do it. It doesn't matter what technique you used. Did you use it? Just like they said, there's multiple ways to play cornerback. Some people have T-steps, some people don't. People like less wasted motion, some people don't. I'm just saying, it was kind of wild that you would say that. But wait, there's more. Asante Samuels rebutted Shannon and Ocho. He had a little rant as well, which that shit is crazy. But yeah, he had a little rant. So there it goes. His little rant is why I don't know why he's ranting. He has a podcast coming out, maybe. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't understand why he ain't ranting. It's just a T-step or not. I even seen Antonio Cromartie put his 2 cents in. And yeah, he said, I teach T-steps. Some people don't do T-steps. It's not a big deal. Asante, my man, let's just be honest. I don't even know whether next time someone's going to say they're going to be the best player or best quarterback of all time, so even eclipse Prime, Coach Sanders. Who knows? We're a man, competitive, and you're always going to be like, shit, I'm better than the next man. I totally understand it. But if Coach Prime, and Coach Prime still didn't want 2 cents out there and just said, hey, brother, right here, hey, sir, foolish. Laugh out loud. God bless you, my brother. Tell them what this is really about, sir. You forever taking shots at the sky. Mickey Andrews is responsible for teaching us what I teach, and it sure seems like it works for us. Peace be still. Damn, Coach Prime is always a bigger man, and he knows that he don't have to be a bigger man. But no, I'm just saying, I'm not just necessarily on this side, but yeah, like let's not misconstrue this whole situation. Asante Samuels, I think it's a bigger thing because I think you have something come down the pipe for you ain't saying that. It's really not that serious. And Coach Prime, man, I give you love, man, because I'd be upset if I'm Coach Prime, the best cornerback that ever walked the face of this earth, and other Hall of Famers will say that. Asante Samuels, other Hall of Famers will tell you, and they say to themselves that Coach Prime is better than them and you. Let that sink in, my brother. So you cannot come out here and say my stats are this stats. You don't have stats better than some of the other Hall of Famers. That is a tier below Coach Prime. So relax, my boy. So that's what I'm saying. It's all good fun, I think. I hope this is all good fun. Well, here, sorry. This is the rebuttal to Cannon and Ocho when they're on their show. So this is the rebuttal of what Asante Samuel said. I want to say last night, or last night. So check it out.
Shannon Sharp, Mr. Shannon Sharp. Y'all think I'm just supposed to sit here and believe that Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Primetime, is the greatest corner to ever live, and basically no one could ever be better than him? That's basically what y'all want me to believe, that he's the greatest corner to ever live, and nobody shows proof of anything in the past, in the history, his stats. You could show some highlights of what he did, and it looks pretty and whatnot. Yeah, I give him that. But y'all want me to believe he's the greatest player to ever live and the greatest cornerback to ever live, and nobody can ever be better than him? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm from Lauderdale. I don't know where everybody else from, but I'm from Lauderdale. We don't get down like that. This ain't about respect. This ain't about big names. I'm simply comparing best seasons. And if you want to talk about T-breaks and technique, I'm telling you what the hell the best technique is for everybody. If you're not T-breaking, you're not getting to the ball faster than anybody.
See, and that's the thing that I'm talking about. The best technique for everybody My man, Asante Samuels, I love you to death. There's a Hall of Famer that does it a different way. I don't think it's the best for everybody, my man. I love you to death. I don't think it's something people realize how good Asante Samuels is or was. That boy was a dog. Not for everybody. It don't have to be for everybody. And just like everybody else, hey, it's just not for me. Come on now, dog.
Else, that's T-breaking. You're probably coming up an inch short because it's a game of inches. T-break is known for a fact the fastest way to break to the ball. This ain't about names. This about you proving that he is the greatest without telling me what they said, and he's a lockdown corner, and he locked down the field, and he didn't have a safety in the middle field. Nigga, what? The most interceptions he had in the year is 6 or 7. You understand what I'm saying? I had 6 or 7.
Yes. Again, I will say this again. Yes, 6 or 7. But dog, he had to generate those interceptions. People didn't throw his way. So he had to either bait him or go get the interceptions. Asante Samuels, that's what I don't think you're confused on that. He had to go get the interceptions. They didn't throw to him. So therefore, I understand making a play to making 7 interceptions when people don't even look your way. He has to either drop into a zone or force somebody to act like he's been beat, or go pick somebody, just drop in a drop zone to pick it off, or go catch up to Rocky Ishmael and go get it over his head because he paid the quarterback to do that. Again, no one threw up at Coach Prime like they threw at you, my man. So get that straight before you say something. We all watched it in real time. Again, to me, you're in the top 5 corner in my eyes, Asante. Stop coming at Prime like that, my man. Proceed.
Interceptions in a year 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damn times. What we talking about here? I'm talking about comparing numbers and comparing stats. I'm going to make it nice and easy. You can start from my 2006 season to my 2011 season. 5 seasons. I'm going to put up 5 seasons. You do your research on my 5 seasons, and you can pick any season you prefer from Coach Prime Deion Sanders. His whole career, you can pick many seasons you want against my 5 seasons and do your homework. My 5 seasons against his whole career playing cornerback. Yeah, big talk. This big deuce here. Yeah, don't come in talking about how good somebody was without showing the numbers and the facts, because I could show you that. Let's see what you get. My 5 seasons against his whole career. That's player shit right there. You feel me?
Wow.
That's play.
Yeah, that man's crazy. All right. Love the guy. I just think that's kind of crazy about that. And, you know, that's how it all started. Again, this whole thing is kind of wild. I love Coach Prime and I love Asante Samuels. But, again, can't compare those two. For all this stuff is worth, Coach Prime is just better. You can say pick your 5 seasons. It's all good. But Coach Prime is just better, man. I'm not getting mad. It is what it is at this point. We showed the numbers. We did all that. That's just what it is. So we love you, Asante Samuels. No one's gonna say anything about it. You're one of the best corners. But let's just be real. Coach Prime is a Hall of Famer, and you're not. So let's just put it out there. He has numbers. He's the only player that ever scored kickoff return, interception, punt return, fumble return. What else? A receiving touchdown, defensive touchdown. Come on now. He's it's over with now, man. We love it. I hope your podcast that you have coming out is going to do well. What's going on? So the next topic, I want to preview some of the NFL draft stuff. What's going on, what I think, my views on how all this is going to be. And I want to go live during the draft, so we'll see how that works. But just to keep the shit live with everybody, gauge everybody at the moment, in real time. Since yesterday, it's a shoo-in that Cam Ward is the first quarterback off the board at 1 with Tennessee. How I feel about that is, love Cam Ward. Do I think he's the best quarterback in this draft? No. I think he's Shador, 100%. Do I think he's a damn good quarterback? Yes, 100% do. But I seen a mock. It just doesn't make sense how they are putting this all together. It's crazy. So I see the mock here. Here's a list of the mock that I see. And, mine is always going to vary just a simple fact of how I always look at it differently. I don't look at what they did in college. I try to project what they're going to do in the league. So mine is a little bit different than most people's mock drafts. So just to let y'all know. So let me show you all this. So this is what I see. Cam Moore, number 1. Bill Carter, number 2, which I see some mocks with Shador going number 2 to Cleveland. I honestly think that Cleveland is going to pick Abdul Carter instead of Shador. I think Shador is going to fall right here to the Giants at number 3. I think unless there's some way the Giants move up to 1 to drop back, who knows? A lot of these NFL teams, they smoke screen everything. So you don't exactly know how that works. Number 4, Travis Hunter, all the way up to number 4, which I honestly think he is the best player in this draft by any position. It's always about needs and wants, and quarterback's always going to be pushed up. Jacksonville, Mason Graham. How can I say this? I think everybody listens to. I think some certain GMs and teams listens to media, like myself, and people. Oh, this person. If you really look at it, Jacksonville, what do you think you need? I don't think you need defensive tackle, but that's just me. I like this. I don't know who did this mock draft, but just going down the top 10, Asante and Jackson Dart went from late first round, second round to 7 to the Jets. But I feel like there's going to be a movement up and down. I think New Orleans needs a quarterback, and that's perfect for the Bears. But there's going to be a movement, and it's going to be late movement. I still think the top 2 quarterbacks is legit, and I also like Kyle McCord better than Jackson Dart. That's just how I feel about it. But people have been pushing Jackson Dart up. I know Cam Ward had his pro day, which they said he did his thing. I didn't catch it. I know it was on NFL Network. I didn't catch his pro day, but just watching some of the videos with Shador and him and all media, I wouldn't expect any other workout not to be great. He probably did solidify that position, but there's always smoke screens, so you never know. But I'm probably 98% sure that Tennessee is going to take Cam Ward. And I don't think, honestly, Tennessee should take a quarterback. Will Levis is not the answer. He had his chance. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out for him, which sucks because, I don't know. I'm always cheering for people to, and you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just something. So, yeah, that's the mock draft. And one thing that has Hayes on, it's on there is the Broncos jump up to get Tyler Warren at 12, trade with the Cowboys. I don't see that happening for the Broncos. Simple fact is, they got a tight end. They can always go get a different tight end. But the Broncos honestly think they should take a running back first, not a tight end. I think you can get better value for a tight end in the back, but you also can get better. You might get, if this is a deep running back class, so you probably can get better value with the running back in the second round and take a tight end in the first. But honestly, I think you should flip it. I think they should take a running back first, which my best running back, even over Ashton Genty, is Trayvon Henderson. So Trayvon Henderson is my number 1 running back in this draft. He was number 2 in my top 5 rankings as of this weekend because his blocking ability is unmatched. To me, like I said, he's a comp of Saquon Barkley. No, I don't care. Or Ezekiel Elliott. I think he's better than Zeke will be. Also, that's who I think the Broncos should draft with the 20th pick because he's shooting up the draft, and I don't think he's going to get out the first round. If he gets out the first round, I'd be 100% shocked. So, as for the Broncos, this draft is shit. But check this out. So, we have Broncos moving over with Dallas, like I said previously, to project to grab Tyler Warren. Love Tyler Warren. He's not my favorite tight end, and he's not a Sean Payton tight end. He's athletic, but he's not as athletic as what Sean Payton wants. He wants a freak, a Jimmy Graham type. Tyler Warren is not a Jimmy Graham type. I know people, that's the number 1 tight end. He's athletic, he's big, he can run. He's not Jimmy Graham athletic. And Evan Ingram athletic either. He's athletic, but there's athletic than freak or freakish. Tyler Warner ain't that person. So I understand, but I don't see this happening. I don't see the Broncos going up to trade assets to pick up Tyler Warner where they can wait and get a so-called running back like Trayvon Henderson. That is a freak at the running back position, which the Broncos need a running back. So I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I just don't see the Broncos going up. Or I can see them trading down in the draft to say, late 20s, maybe pick up a third round pick, and say drafting a tight end and running back in first, and then or moving up in the second round. I don't see I don't see Denver not picking anybody, but I think they're going to pick a running back first. Just the simple fact is they got a tight end, and we can get value with, say, Harold Fanning, or maybe a move, or maybe drop back in the draft and pick up a Colston Loveland or a something like that. Like I don't see them going up to pick Tyler Warren. I don't think Sean Payton wants to move up. Well, he is the person. He's the coach that loves to move up. But I don't think George Payton is gonna want to move up. He's gonna want to. He's gonna want to grab more draft picks. So therefore, they're gonna move. If anything, they're not moving up. They're moving back, and they'll pick up a running back, and then tight end, and then fall down line. They're gonna want to get an extra pick somehow, some way. If you see how the team is constructed currently, they got what they needed. All right now, it's all depth. To me, it's all depth pieces and future pieces that don't necessarily need to play right now as we speak, other than a running back. So why not either pick up Trayvon Henderson with the 20th pick, or if you can get value and drop down a little bit to, like, say, 25, 26, pick up maybe a fourth rounder, another round pick, and then draft him there, and then we can either move up for a tight end or just sit where we are and get another tight end in the second round. But I believe it's going to go running back, tight end, running back. Because this draft is deep, and the Broncos need running back, tight end. I also could see them picking a receiver first as well. I could see them picking a receiver like the kid out of Missouri. What is the kid's name? Or Ohio State. What's his name? Doku Moko. What? Whatever the kid's name, the receiver, he's good though. I see him picking that, or I can see him picking Burton from Missouri, but I don't see him picking or moving up to pick Tyler Warren. I just don't see it. You guys, let me know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff down below. Let me know what you think the Broncos will do. I just feel that's just what it's going to be when it comes to drafting. But I also see other draft boards with Denver picking defensive tackle or defensive back. I'm not sure if they're going to go defense. They shouldn't go defense first, but that's just me. But see, I have, what's his name, Pro Football Focus. I actually like I really like his draft picks. He did. So what is it? I always forget his name. But he has 3 draft picks. I just don't like the receiver he picked up in the second round. That's just not, he has Walter Nolan, Eric Armour, and then Harold Fanning. If you can get Harold Fanning in the third, I say we do running back, tight end. I like Terrence Ferguson. So I like people's opinions on this. I just don't see when people put a D line first. I don't see Walter Nolan going 20. I don't see it. Don't see it at all. But then again, the Payton connection is a different breed to me. I actually love those two together. But there's another mock draft I had here. I'm going to show you this mock draft real quick. Pro Football Focus has Broncos picking Malachi Starks, Georgia safety. I'm not sure if that's even. Why would they have that? I understand he's young. We got Brandon Jones. How old is Brandon Jones? He's what, 20, 31, somewhere around there. He's not that old. And we just picked up Mufonga. So I know why are we picking up Malachi Starks. We still got PJ Locke. So why currently should we pick up draft the safety? That makes no sense. If that's the case, I'd rather pick Walter Nolan from Ole Miss or receiver, actually. I think we need another receiver, running back, tight end. Not necessarily in those orders. me personally, I say running back, receiver, tight end. To me, I still think Evan Ingram has good 3 years, 4 years. I know this tight end class is pretty good. I just say draft running back, draft receiver, tight end. That's honest truth. But we'll see. The draft is less than a month away. We still got Mad Pro days. I'm intrigued to see how many Broncos brass or whoever is going to make it to the CU1 because I think they can get some value receivers out of there. Because, I know they've been up there quite a bit, but I honestly think that's what you probably get 5th, 6th round. You can get Jimmy 5th round-ish. I don't know. So I think he's going to run faster. That's beside the point. We're not talking about CU right now, but that's shocking. But moving on, that's the draft. But moving on to George Payton. This is his 4th year? I'm hearing extension contract negotiations. I honestly think that I wouldn't be hard pressed for him to get an extension. He drafted some great players. Well, he had some good draft classes. Well, his pride and joy is Patrick Surtain. That's his best player that he drafted. Who else did he draft? Nick Benito. That's another one. So his 4-year record. So he has 4 drafts now. This is going to be his 5th one, I believe. People are talking extension of what they believe. Let's see. Starting in 2001, he first round had retained home run. Clayton Miners home run. Johnny Cooper home run. 2nd round, Javonte Williams. That's a great pick. He just injuries, unfortunately for him. Injuries kind of slowed him down. I think I hope all is well. I hope he does well with the Cowboys, even though I can't stand the Cowboys. 2022, Nick Benito. That was a hit, but I think everybody else is pretty much a wash. Yeah, Greg Dolchich, whatever. Nah, he just couldn't stay healthy, man. I thought he was great coming out. Damari Mathis always got burnt, Ruzarike, I think he's still on the team. Yes, man. He's all in one. I mean, got sound wash. Alright, and that's 23. I haven't had a personal finish those 2 years. It's because of the Susan trade and still it is that if he was going to be traded closer to that, he was not. And it was money to pan out. I could have been a pan out. At least for 5 years. I did 5 analysts. Right. So, and he's not scared. I like him. See, and then Drew Sanders, never be just perfect. How there, how I'm trying for hours, so I can't stand fucking thing. I just hope he can stay healthy. One year, show us what that's the part. Take us in some team, take where Alice from the fight was out of seniors, then last year, Jerry's still out. I ain't lying. At home days. John Hands like the ball. I'll make it like the ball. Or Franklin, if I'm big. If he rushed the balls, I think he'd be fine. I think that's the way he. I don't think they give him enough chances, but we'll see because they're drafting one. I don't guarantee it. I'm 95% sure they're going to draft it at the 20th position. But that's just me. Who? I think it's going to be Trayvon Henderson. He fits our scheme. He fits what Denver Broncos want to do. So, you're here first, everybody. I think Chris Abrams-Strain, actually, that was a sneaky good pick, honestly. He played, especially when Riley Moss got hurt. Sneaky good pick right there. But hey, jury's still out. We still figured out. But do I believe George Payton deserves an extension? Yeah, man. I think he's one of the best DMs in the league. He can eye talent. 2 of our defensive ends. He drafted 2 defensive ends that literally were Cooper was a 7th round pick, Benito was a 2nd round pick. Hey, but it's not easy. Very sound quarterback. He decided to go with the quarterback. So, hindsight 2020, I guess, but I guess he won't say that. But do I think he deserved the extension? Yeah, I think they're building something there. So George Payton and Sean Payton coincide one another. Sean Payton's an aggressive one. George Payton is more of the conservative one. So they kind of balance each other out. It's a good team, you know what I mean? And then with our own ownership, the Walter Penner Group, and just the things that we got going. I think it's awesome. This team's gonna. I'm excited. Sorry, but that's what that I think that right there shows that George Payton deserves a extension. You know, he's still building. I think he's building. I think 2 years from now there won't be a question that he is a top GM, one of the top GMs in the league. Right now, people say, I think he is, but there's no doubt in the next 2 years. I think this draft class, if they get this one right, which I feel like they will, he's going to be how long? I just want him to turn out to be like Ozzie Newsome. Baltimore always getting the good players, but I think he deserves that. So yeah, so this is what I found. For So they give him a B for his extension and stuff like that. But this is what I found. This is some people's good. So drafting PS2, like I just mentioned, time of trading Vaughn, trading Chubb. I forgot he traded Chubb. Chubb late round hits like Cooper and Bailey. Forgot about Bailey. Bad Gregory, Darby, Gordon. Oh yeah, I forgot he did get Gordon. Trading for Rush, trading up for Doltage, and then Ugly Rush's extension, hiring Hackett. So yes, do I think he made some mistakes? We all make mistakes in life, but I think he deserves to ride this out right now since we're building. Yeah. So yes, let that man live, man. But we all make mistakes. So yeah, I think that's perfect for him. I think we should let him give him a little 4 year extension because he was on a 6-year deal. I think 6. It's not been 6 years before. Yeah, give him an extra 3 more years. I think would be good. I think he's gonna be pretty good, like I said before. All right, now moving on to something I want to talk about, which it's sad, pisses me off, and all at the same time. For sure, pisses me off. And I remember listening to, this was a couple of years ago that this happened, but kind of people probably forgot about it. Is your man Kane Velasquez, man. He's today was sentenced to 5 years. He was former UFC champion King Velasquez has been sentenced to 5 years in prison for attempted murder after firing a gun at a man who alleged molested his son over 100 times at a daycare. I'm gonna tell you this shit so for real. I don't give a fuck. That man should not have spent 1 day in jail for somebody touching his baby. I'm gonna let you know this now. It brings tears to my eyes when I hear shit like this. And this man was sticking up for his baby over 100 times, 100 fucking times. Let's be fucking real. Any man, any real man, any real woman, person, man, woman, child will go and do the same fucking thing. Because I have 3 babies, and I swear to God, I'd have did the same thing. Whoever that man is should have died. I ain't gonna lie. That's my view. And this is not one of those podcasts where I would, and I don't wish bad on people. But people doing this right here to other people's kids or just children in general is disgusting. I know I read something also that says that he gets time served of I think it was like 1,200, 1,500 days. So he's only going to spend like a year and maybe some change, and even on good behavior, it's even probably going to be less. But this right here, I commend him. I ain't mad at him. And I know everybody in the world ain't mad at him because I think any real man or any woman or anybody would do the same thing for their child or for somebody else's child. So yes, Cain Velasquez, man, I salute you. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I salute you, brother. Because guess what? I'd have did the same thing. And I'd go to jail for the rest of my life for killing a motherfucker that touched my kids or does that to kids. So that's something that was on my heart. And I seen it this morning. And hey, prayers up to you and your family and your son. Prayers up. That's from me to y'all, man. Prayers up, man. I hope everything. I hope you get out soon, free. You came on some real shit. All right. So yeah, I'm with you, 100% with you, brother. I'm sorry. That was just something. But yeah, Cain Velasquez, man. It just baffles me. They need to figure that out. Like all these nasty little pedos these days, man. These motherfuckers need to go. Sorry, that's a whole nother thing. I'm just so over just seeing shit like that. It's just this world. This world is crazy. I don't understand how people like that, man. How people just think like that. It just baffles me, man. Just Trying to be fucking insane. Like, shit like that is crazy. I'm coming up for the next part. Again, I appreciate you guys from listening to my rants. I want to watch out for my top five receivers. I don't think you're gonna be shocked about my top five receivers. Let's just say my top receiver is probably who you expected, but in my top five is probably not who you expected. But anyway, like I always tell people, I project what they're gonna do in the league just by who they were in college. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me. Simple fact is, it's a projection thing. I project this person to do this in the NFL and whatnot. Just like my running backs things. If you've seen a clip of my running backs, I projected my top running back was Trayvon Henderson. Now everybody's talking about Trayvon Henderson. I know my ball. I know how this goes. That will get into the playoff push of, the Nuggets and all that. Well, I was just bringing some topics. But no, again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Please subscribe. Get these watch hours up. Get these subscriptions up, man. I truly thank you. And be truly blessed if y'all do that for me. Thank you again. Much love. Peace out. Have a great weekend. I'll see you for the next time. Peace.